Pete Rose for the Hall of Fame. That is all.
How about it? Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning! Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Let's get this bad boy started. Good morning. And I didn't lose my audience to the person who suggested that. Welcome to the Taco Tuesday. Well, hello, Pumpkin. Welcome to the Taco Tuesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. And it is season 11. Today, 11 seasons ago, I launched the very first Snowman in the Morning under a different title. But the next day, it became Snowman in the Morning. And it was on this day, 2013, where I launched. Big Dog, you've been there for all of it. How you doing?
Man, 11 seasons. It's hard to believe, but we got a lot more in the tank.
Yes, we do. Victor, you've been there for all of it. How does it feel to be a part of something that's lasted 11 years?
Man, I remember back when this was known as sports section. So
Yes.
the pride is there. The pride
sure is.
always there. I'm so proud of you, man, for going
Thank you.
11 seasons strong. And we about to get 111 more.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Here's the droid. He's caffeinated. I'm caffeinated. The dog's caffeinated.
I am not. I've been drinking water.
Happy season 11, Brian.
Thank you. And apparently Pumpkin wants to celebrate with us. Hi.
Man, the only thing I've done longer than this is my sim racing career, which is 19 years this month.
Oh,
The only thing I've done longer than this was call games, and December 7th will officially celebrate my 29th year in doing that. We got lots to put together for season 11, which is why yesterday we ended it the way that we ended it. We want to do it right. All the pieces are in place, and I'm going to open this. No, we're going to open this with a combined take on a couple that we lost yesterday.
Oh yeah, I got some musings about that, but let's go ahead and get started.
Pete Rose for the Hall of Fame.
How about it?
That should have been done a long time ago.
I'll just say it like this: as much as Snowman has been on about Roger Craig being in the Hall of Fame, I was the same way with Pete Rose.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got to the point where the purest of baseball have gotten in the way for a second time.
Yes.
Many times. Many times.
I mean, it's not like it's the steroid era of baseball.
Right.
We know how many of those guys will never see the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's not like, the juiced ball era.
Right.
This dude was playing when being hard-nosed, almost football style
Mm-hmm.
was the norm in MLB.
Yes.
He surpassed the all-time hit leader in that era.
Bless you.
Bless you.
This hit, that was about as hit hard as some of Pete Rose's line drives.
Right.
And Pete, there's another one. Troy just doubled for us.
So I was watching I watched this really nice show on Netflix, and if you guys do have Netflix, I suggest you guys look at it too. It's called Bad Sport,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes into some of the big controversies of the sporting world. Like there was one where it was a race car driver, who actually got into the weed game. But the one that I watched a lot was about Stephen Headache Smith. If you guys know that name. Arizona State University player, had a tremendous opportunity to get into the NBA. And we're talking about a time when Jason Kidd was in the same draft class.
Jason the captain.
But he got into a big scandal with point shaving.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Betting on basketball and point shaving. And it kind of brought this parallel between Headache Smith and Pete Rose, because both of them were basically mired in the same muck of betting on baseball. And then all the peers are like, well, you can't bet on baseball and be in the Hall of Fame because you compromise the integrity of the game. I'm like, I don't think Pete Rose bet on his own games.
Let me say this.
Before you go on to that, Brian, I'm going to bring a parallel up to some of the world that I know with the virtual gaming.
Mm-hmm.
If guys like San Diego Studios who come out with MLB The Show,
yeah,
we all know that they have to get their rights through, the Players Association.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. And there's a lot of the players who aren't in the Hall of Fame that end up getting cards made, like Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, stuff like that. Your steroid era guys that you would never think would be having a card in the game.
Mm-hmm.
If we can get those guys into the game,
exactly.
Not only can we get Pete Rose in the game, but why not just get him now officially back in the Hall?
That is a travesty that should have been taken care of
back in Bud Selig's day.
Yes,
Bud Selig should have taken care of that. I mean, A. Bartlett Giamatti is the commissioner who suspended Pete Rose in 1989, or banned him for life, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And I said this last night in a more unedited fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Major League Baseball, you should be ashamed of yourselves.
Absolutely.
Because you had 35 years
to make this right.
To get this right. You've had 35 years to finally put an end to the chasm between Pete Rose and his election. And yes, I say that positively, and I've always said it, election into the Hall of Fame. Because this now is even more of a travesty than it is.
Yes.
The all-time hits leader, listen to me carefully, the all-time hits leader is now passed away. He left us at age 83.
Mm-hmm.
And that number 14 is still not in the Hall of Fame. Now watch what happens. And I said this last night. Major League Baseball, and Sig Diggy said it also.
Mm-hmm.
Major League Baseball is going to posthumously elect him into the Hall of Fame, and they're going to do it on this cycle and try to sweep it under the rug and use this and use the sentence, we have made things right. No, you didn't.
No,
because
you
if you made things right, you'd have done this long ago. Bud Selig, I blame you. You'd have done this long ago.
Yeah.
And it's sarcasm within the 35 years that Pete Rose was banned from Major League Baseball. And yet on some occasions, Rose was allowed into stadiums, Cincinnati, Philadelphia. Hello. Okay.
Every year at the Hall of Fame, for the Hall of Fame ceremonies, he'd be out there, slinging his autograph just down the road, waiting for that time to end up getting that shrine.
It's become a point where they want a spotless record. You're not going to get that. Everyone has their own skeletons in the closet.
Every sport's got a black eye.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the reason why this should not be excused, even if he does get in the Hall, because doggone it, we wanted to see him accept the reward himself while he was still alive.
Yes,
while he was still.
And I mean, statistically speaking, he deserves to go in just off of 2 facts alone: 3 World Series rings, most all-time hits.
Right.
3
that alone,
hits later.
Yeah, that alone is Hall of Fame worthy, because look at how many players have so much less than that and are in the Hall of Fame.
Scott Rowland.
Point being is, this should have been fixed in the Selig era, and it wasn't. And now there's no way to fix it, no matter what they do.
Exactly.
And it's like you look, and then his family too, like how heartbroken his family is right now. And you're still technically kicking them while they're down.
Yes.
By not putting him in the Hall, by not giving him a chance to be recognized as one of the greatest to ever play.
The ironic thing about all this is the only Hall of Fame Pete Rose is in is the WWE Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm. How crazy is that?
How sport that he was really never in outside of a feud with Kane and dropping that famous line, how bad it all over Philadelphia when they were there for WrestleMania. A company and a sport that he barely spent any time in has him in their Hall of Fame before his actual sport has him in their Hall of Fame. How crazy is that?
You know what? I'm just gonna call it now. I bet you the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Pete Rose didn't even make music, and I bet the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame will have Pete Rose in their Hall of Fame before MLB.
Our point is this: Major League Baseball, for 35 years, you've done a terrible disservice. You've done a terrible disservice.
Yeah.
And now that the all-time hits leader is gone from us, you're going to try to sweep it under the rug with a posthumous election into the Hall of Fame. It's still a black eye against you, against the writers, because you had 35 years to correct this, and you didn't. You should have done it when he was first eligible, which would have been 1994 when you banned him.
Yep. I'm going to echo the same sentiment that Shannon Sharp did when he was talking about T.O. and his bid for the Hall of Fame. When they like you, they'll make every excuse they can to get you in. If they don't, they'll make every excuse in the world to keep you out. That is what they did with Pete Rose.
And that's the biggest problem with Hall of Fame Hall of Fame voting, is the fact that they can be so biased.
Yep.
It's unreal.
That's the Crew's take. What's yours? Coming up next, the Seattle Seahawks are frauds. I told you.
How about them lions?
I'll take my L. I don't really care.
Dude, you got some of the better games. You got some of the better games correct. So
yeah,
of course
true. Yes,
of course you're okay.
Of course I'll take my L.
He'll take this L. He got some of the like you said, Victor. He got some of the better games correct. Let's take a break. When we come back, the Seattle Seahawks are frauds. Old Snowman told you so. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
morning.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life-holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Whether it's the men's college game,
the way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
The women's college game,
and how passionate Ancient Reef was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
The WNBA,
AJ Wilson, Brown Story 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young,
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmaker's blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Welcome back to the season opener, season number 11 of Snowman in the Morning. With the dog, with Victor. Droid stepped away for a moment. Let's go to the Fanatics feedback zone, shall we? And Jedi Kid was the first one in here. Y'all made a good choice of morning music. And he also says, congrats on season 11. Thank you, Jedi. Much appreciated. RC's World of Women's Basketball, which I will join in covering women's basketball this year. Both the dog and I will. Sig Dig is with us from Norway. Says, like I said last night, they're going to induct Rose into the Hall of Fame posthumously, just sweep it under the rug. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then he throws this. I'd like to see Sammy Sosa get inducted into the Hall of Fame with a cork bat in hand.
Yep.
I remember that.
And that's the thing. Guys like McGuire and Sosa have cards in MLB The Show, even though they've done stuff like this. And McGuire, obviously, was what he was been accused of.
Yeah.
It's
Why
a matter
can't
of
you have
time.
Pete Rose in?
He also adds it's only a matter of time before they do the same shenanigans with Barry Bonds or Jose Canseco. Oh yeah,
that's the name I was going to come with. Jose Canseco, Barry Bonds. Because
Bonds should already be in.
Bond should already be in.
Inducting in the celebrity wing, talking about Pete Rose. I did not know that. Yeah.
2004.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He was in the celebrity wing of the WWE Hall of Fame. And what's crazy to me is that he did bring a great impact because he brought another element to Kane's character.
Mm-hmm.
So
and that's why they ran with it.
Yeah. To the point where one of my favorite commercials, I forgot, I think it was for a Survivor Series, but they had Pete Rose. It was during Halloween, and they had Pete Rose like basically mocking all the kids' costumes and everything.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden he opens the door. All you hear is Kane saying, "Hi, Pete."
I remember that.
Droid just gave me an update. As soon as he went to set up his background, he had a power surge. He might be joining us through Hotspot the rest of the show.
Okay.
But yeah, Pete Rose, 2004 Hall of Fame inductee for the WWE. I still remember that late 90s feud he had with Kane, including the chicken suit in the tombstone.
Chicken suit, yep.
The chicken suit.
Yep.
How about it?
And Droid is back. There we go.
There he is.
Again, this is
Power
twice in a week.
Yep.
Sunday and then today.
Yep.
And the thing is, this is literally what I was setting up while I was like
Your
away from
background.
the camera.
Yeah.
A background, because I didn't want y'all seeing my dirty room.
I'm still gonna be doing some changes back here behind me eventually. I'm probably gonna have some stuff hanging up. Might even get some like lights or something since it is getting close to that time of year.
Yeah,
too bad you can't put up a banner that says Stanley Cup champions. Oh, did I say that?
And the shots begin.
Here we go again.
All right.
I'll take that.
First and foremost, I gotta ask a question.
Yes.
What on earth? I'm so glad that Monday Night Football picked the right game for me. But what was that garbage bowl of mid game that we saw Monday night?
Oh, the one in Florida?
Dolphins?
Yeah.
That was ugly.
Bowling
That was
shoe ugly.
Ugly.
Look.
That was just.
What did we say about that game?
The Titans
2
would win.
bowls of mid.
The super mid bowl. The mid Super Bowl.
The Tecmo Mid Bowl.
There you go.
And Tennessee, as I correctly predicted, won that game.
Yeah.
Same
I
here.
think we all picked it.
I think we all.
Because they had a better ground game. Because, okay, get this. Both quarterbacks didn't even break 100 yards passing.
Nope.
Oh, it wasn't even
Rudolph went
Skylar
9 of
Thompson
7.
throwing. It was who was the
You
Tyler
had
Huntley?
Tyler Huntley.
Yeah,
A
Tyler
former
Huntley from Miami.
backup to Lamar Jackson.
You had Tyler Huntley going 14 of 22 for 96. And for the Titans, Mason Rudolph, 9 of 17 for 85.
I am
85
so
yards.
glad. I am so
I
glad.
This is a field goal game.
Listen, I focused on the Hawks and the Lions. And my wife walked by here yesterday while the game was on, and she says, "Go Lions." And I have a very personal stake in that game. But that was the best game of the week.
It was.
Seahawks and Lions, because you had damn near 800 yards of offense.
Yep.
You had Seattle in control of the clock, and yet they lost by 13, 42 to 29.
Snowman, I have to correct you on something. We had over 900 yards of offense.
Okay. Well,
900
The
yards.
Hawks had 516. The Lions had 389.
900 yards of offense. 900.
Here's the thing. Here's the
900.
Here's the thing that got me. Because even though I watched the game, I was like, yo, I look at the stats and it's crazy. Jared Goff.
Yes, that Jared Goff.
A perfect 18 of 18 for 292 and 2 TDs.
Repeat that again, will you please?
18 for 18. Did not miss or income drop one pass. He completed all 18 attempts for 292 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it took Jared freaking Goff to throw a perfect game.
Think of the absolute biggest names in NFL quarterbacking lore.
Montana, Brady, Young,
Aikman
never threw a perfect Aikman never threw a perfect game, and we just named 4 Hall of Fame. We just named 4 Hall of Famers.
Right?
Ain't no doubt Brady getting in the Hall of Fame. Okay, and that ceremony is going to be absolutely nuts.
It
and
is.
The dog is going to be jumping out of his chair.
I can name you 3 Patriots. I can name you 3 Patriots right now that are guaranteed Hall of Famers.
Well, obviously Gronk is in there, and Brady's in
Gronk,
there.
Brady, and Julian Edelman.
Edelman will go in easily.
But I want to talk about the score, specifically the numbers of the Lions-Seahawks game. It is only the second game in NFL history to have the score of 42-29. It was almost a scoregami.
Yeah. And then on the other side, one of your favorite quarterbacks, Snowman, Geno Smith.
Dear God.
Went ballistic and still lost.
Listen,
I'll admit,
I have not believed in Geno Smith since West Virginia.
He almost touched 400,
but no running game.
395, touchdown to pick,
and all those numbers were our career highs.
Yes,
and they officially mean
nothing.
Yep, because in the end, Snowman,
they don't mean a damn thing.
I need you to find a button. Snowman, because in the end, that 38-56, 395, a touchdown to pick, all resulted in one gigantic, big old fat.
Keep going.
Craptacular.
And
a big fat craptacular.
The biggest reason for that craptacular the 2 turnovers Seattle had.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but flag of the play, personal foul, taunting.
I'll decline the penalty.
Exactly.
It's not taunting.
That's up to Seattle on whether or not they would decline that.
It's not taunting when it's the truth.
Exactly.
No.
I mean, the thing about it is, the Detroit had a clean sheet when it came down to the turnover market, whereas Seattle had 1 fumble lost plus that late interception Geno threw.
And I went to the store before the game started, and for some reason there was a group of Seattle fans. I don't know what you would call them. A group of Seahawks fans.
Oh dear, you ran into those in Chicago,
and they were chirping about how this game's going to prove that Geno Smith is the truth. That Geno Smith is
the truth of what?
I do not know.
Geno Smith is
Northwest
a fraud.
Party of Seattle idiocy.
the Pacific Northwest Committee of Seattle stupidity.
Wait,
there you go.
Say that again, dog.
Pacific Northwest Committee of Seattle stupidity.
I love it. And
I'll write it down. Give me a second.
I love that.
When week 6 gets here, when the Niners march into Seattle and put a foot in there, you know what's all will be proven again.
Yeah,
all will be proven again.
But
I love it.
But Jared Goff showed that he could sling the rock. I was very impressed.
I was impressed with Detroit's entire offense taking care of the football.
Gibbs, and look at this rushing. Here's the thing of the rushing. Jahmyr Gibbs, 14 carries for 78 yards with 2 touches. Here's a name that you and I both know, Snowman. David Montgomery. 12 for 40 and a touch.
And you know the stupidest thing that the Bears ever did?
They let David
Montgomery walk.
Yep.
Yes, the Pacific Northwest Committee of Seattle Stupidity. I love it. So now we have the Moronic Republic of Cowboy Nation.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Midwest Committee of Bear Idiocy.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have the Pacific Northwest Committee of Seattle Stupidity. I love it.
I will give you one more, and it's not a shot at myself because I'm still a homer, but I'm actually brilliant at things. The New England. I just had it too. I just had it.
Well, think about it. Think about it while we're at a break. Think about it while we're at a break, and then write it down, and then we'll say it. This month, Snowman in the Morning comes home to Chicago, October 22nd and 23rd. We will be in the Windy City. Yes, the good Dr. K will be with me, and we'll be on at 7 a.m. local time, going till 9. And in a week's time, we will alert you of the location of where we will be. Snowman in the Morning in Chicago, October 22nd and 23rd. The New England Nimrod Society.
It finally hit for a second here. I don't want
God.
How great is that?
I would rather call it the Northeastern Nimrod Society.
There's actually
you know what? I agree with that because you still have 76er fans.
Mm-hmm.
And also you got Bruins fans.
Ooh. That's more the Atlantic coast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
Shane already missed what I said.
No, he didn't. He didn't. He didn't.
What'd you say, boy?
He said especially.
Exactly. I told you he missed it.
No.
I said you also got Bruins fans. Ooh, did I say that?
Oh, those are just Bruin boneheads.
Yeah. At
Write
least
that one down too. The Bruin boneheads.
I'm coming up with everything today. I'm coming up with everything today.
I think we all are.
Yes, we are.
We're gonna have to do this for every team.
And just a reminder to all of you hockey fans: 3 days until opening day in the NHL. You got Devils, Sabres for 2 days in a row. That's happening over in Europe. And then finally, the rest of the teams actually start play on October 8th, 7 days from now. So a week from now, mark your calendars. There will be hockey to watch.
And old Snowman's going to be behind the mic for a lot of hockey. We'll go over that schedule. And there's something I may get a chance to debut if I'm able to put it together in 2.5 minutes. This portion is brought to you by Fanatics. Use the code Snowman to get 25% off of your order. Fanatics, officially licensed everything. And also, we are presented by BetUS.com. Use the code Snowman to get 125% deposit match on your deposit. BetUS.com, where the game begins, and our official betting partner. Let's take a break. When you all get back, old Snowman's got an insane hockey schedule. We'll go over it after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Whether it's the men's college game,
The way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
the women's college game,
And how passionate Ancient Reef was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
the WNBA,
AJ Wilson on Twitter 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young.
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmakers blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to I can beat the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Forward
March.
I thought you remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We're having fun here as we kick off season 11. The podcast version returns today, and it will be available to y'all at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll tell you, you can go find it on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, and Pandora, as well as Amazon. Decided to bring the audio podcast version back because there was something about when I put the time in to produce it. And yes, I've gone all in on YouTube. And speaking of which, this is the last month of the dual cast on Snowman Multimedia because, where is it? Here it is. We have our own channel. Subscribe for more exclusive content, interviews, and more. YouTube.com/@SIT Morning. Well, it is October. And once it is October Day, there's hockey.
There's hockey, basketball, and we come to the tail end of another baseball season.
In which the Mets and Braves split their doubleheader, keeping Arizona out of the playoffs, which means Mets went in at a 5 and the Braves went in, I believe, at the 6.
Wow.
So all the baseball brackets are complete. We will touch on them during hour 2. And also,
I'm not even going to say my bracket because I'm embarrassed.
Why?
I literally just said I'm embarrassed. What else do you want me to say?
How bad you actually screwed up?
Oh.
Well, at least I didn't screw up as much as your Bruins did against the Blackhawks in the finals.
We haven't gotten there yet, Joey. Save the shells for later.
No, he's throwing shots now.
Right?
I'm not
Look, I threw one at Shane, and he wanted to punch me for it when I played 2 goals in 17 seconds.
That's true.
All right. Let's get to our schedule. Tuesday nights on Snowman Multimedia, there's hockey coming your way. Old Snowman's going to be the voice of it. Now, I will say going into this, I haven't done a hockey game in 14 years. But
you did do one of the finals games.
I tried, and I had to go to work. I had to take Sonya to. I tried doing part of a hockey game with Droid, and this is after I had completed a baseball game, and then my daughter peeked around this and said, "Daddy, I got to go to work now," and then I ran out and forgot I had the camera running.
Oops.
Thankfully, Droid saved me and killed the operation while I was en route to Edinburgh.
Okay, now are we going to start off on the season debut on the Tuesdays, which would be the 8th?
You don't think Snowman's going to watch the Devils and Sabres?
Obviously not.
Exactly.
On a Tuesday night. That's on the weekend. So, Snowman, the 3-game matchup that's going to be nationally covered is St. Louis and Seattle at 4:30. My Bruins going into Florida and watching them raise the banner at 7 and then kicking their ass. And then Chicago at Utah at 10. Take your pick.
I'll do the Stanley Cup rematch.
Okay.
I'll do the Stanley Cup rematch.
Boston, Florida.
Wait, didn't you lose to the Flyers?
So Boston, Florida 7, huh?
Yep, that's the one. That's the one I'll do.
Sadly, I cannot join you for that one as I will be at work.
Yeah, I'll fly solo. I'll fly solo for that. I gotta get my hockey chops in shape because there's a school up in northern Indiana that may have me as their voice to do hockey.
Nice.
So I gotta get my chops in shape.
All right. You want to do 1 or 2 on October 15th?
What 2 are you looking at?
Well, you got Vegas, Washington at 7, Vancouver, Tampa at 7, Jersey, Carolina 7, Florida, Columbus 7, and Minnesota, St. Louis 7:30, Seattle, Nashville at 8, San Jose, Dallas at 8.
Hawks, Flames would be a good one.
Cripes.
And then Knights, Capitals is always a classic.
The Nightcaps.
Yeah. Let me get Knights and Capitals.
You're not going to call your Blackhawks?
I was about to say the Nightcaps are Chicago, Calgary at 9, and Philadelphia, Edmonton at 10.
Chicago, Calgary. That works because I can fade out from the Knights and the Capitals and then go right.
And even if Washington Golden Knights goes to overtime, you can just still join in progress. So
yes. Just like we did Sunday. And I want to thank you guys for backing me up on that great red zone experiment that we did. That will become a thing this coming weekend. So watch out.
We already got games set up for you.
Got our games.
Yeah, we do.
We already got our games selected.
I'm still waiting for the TV schedule here to pick up the whatever late game either CBS or Fox has, but I'll keep my eye on probably both of them just because.
I think it's CBS. I think it's CBS that has the doubleheader this week. Talk to me.
We got a huge bowl on October 30th, Devils Canucks.
I haven't even gotten into the 22nd yet, and this one's a 16-game slate.
Oh, yeah, because that's the
Devils Canucks. What the heck am I going to do that one for?
Okay. For the 22nd, Snowman, we're going. Yeah. I'll give you the list rundown first from 6 to 8:15. You've got Washington, Philadelphia,
Chicago too.
You got Washington, Philadelphia at 6, Minnesota, Florida 6:30, Tampa, New Jersey 6:45, Dallas, Buffalo 7, New York, Montreal 7:15, Toronto, Columbus 7:30, Detroit, New York 7:45. I'll just give you till 8:30. Winnipeg, St. Louis at 8. Vancouver, Chicago 8:15.
Vancouver, Chicago. Vancouver, Chicago, 8:15.
Your late games, if you want to do
Vegas
at 11.
Yep, Kings in Vegas.
While you're in Chicago?
While I'm in Chicago.
That's
I don't think too many Blackhawks fans will be happy with you calling the Kings.
Yeah, they will, because I'm doing the Blackhawks game early. And then to finish off October,
you got Philadelphia, Boston, Seattle, Montreal, St. Louis, Ottawa, Anaheim, New York, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, and the Rangers, Washington are the early games. The only late game is LA, San Jose.
Oh, the 29th. That's what we're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's go. And this is behind the scenes stuff, folks. You are hearing this live. Us putting our schedule together for Tuesday Night Hockey.
Mind you, we've done this in group chat, but I really don't feel like digging through about 2 weeks of messages.
Right. Me neither.
And that's why I'm now putting it in the notebook and then texting it back over.
Yep. All right.
What the hell? Does every good day of hockey have to be a Tuesday when I work?
I don't know.
Because that's how they have it scheduled, because they want to try to go up against the NBA for ratings.
Yeah, they're trying to punish Droid.
Something NASCAR won't do is go up against another big franchise. I'm looking at you, NFL.
We've talked about that.
Yeah, we have
talked about that.
Yeah, we did with Spidey.
The 29th will finish with Rangers Capitals at 7:30, and then Kings and Sharks in progress.
But I will say, Snowman, like if you've known me for as long as Shane has, you will know I am a big fan of the Hughes brothers. Massive fan. Luke Hughes, Jack Hughes, Quinn Hughes. I love watching them play each other.
Yep.
That's why I pointed it out October 30th, is because that's their first matchup of the year, and it's looking to be a good one.
We'll see. We'll see if that's a bonus game, or if there's a playoff game in baseball. That I want to take a look at.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, mind you, this schedule is pending MLB playoff schedule, of course.
Absolutely.
Let's do
I've got November 5th up in front of me, and also, guys, just bear in mind, I'm not booking anything for around Thanksgiving or after, because we're going to need.
We already made it clear that we're taking it off.
Those 2 weeks are going to be insane. Well, those 2 weeks we're taking it off because of an insane multi-stream day.
And also
a flat-out triple header that, mind you, we'll also be doing for charity.
Yes. We will get.
And also keep in mind, we'll also be spending time with family, making sure everybody in our families are okay. And speaking of families, you want to support Snowman, use that little cash tag down there. And you can send any type of money, whatever you are willing to give. You do not have to give. We're not putting you in a place where you think you have to give. It's optional, but it is very much supported.
Look at Droid pulling out his Triple H impersonation here. This DX Ellen. All right, dealing with the 5th. We got Ottawa, Buffalo, Boston, Toronto, Calgary, Montreal, Philadelphia, Carolina, Pittsburgh, New York, Tampa, St. Louis, LA facing Minnesota, and Utah, Winnipeg is the early games.
I'll do only one, and that'll be a late game.
Okay, who you got? Vancouver, Anaheim, or Columbus, San Jose?
Seattle,
or do you want to do
Seattle, Colorado?
Seattle, Colorado.
Yeah, I was about to say those are the games are two bowls of mid.
That's going to develop into a rivalry because they played each other in the playoff series. Them and the Seattle and Colorado. I'm keeping my eye on that, and also Seattle and Dallas.
That's going to be intriguing.
That's what I'm gonna take a look at.
All right, for the 12th, your early games are Ottawa, Toronto, Winnipeg,
Jersey,
New York,
Jersey, Florida. I'll settle that
the
right
words
now.
right out of my mouth on the next one.
Jersey, Florida. Jersey, Florida at 7:30.
McCarthy versus Droid.
I'll see if I can get that day off.
I'll also will keep an eye on Islanders Edmonton because Edmonton is the defending Campbell Conference champions. Don't know if I'll be able to pick that one up in progress, but it'll be one that I'll have on the ticker.
Too bad they can't. Too bad
I got
that
the
Edmonton
question.
can't say that they're Stanley Cup champions.
All right, I've got that one laced in as a possibility.
All right.
Dealing with
TBD.
Dealing with the 19th.
Anaheim, Chicago. Way ahead of you.
Ducks and the Hawks.
Ducks, Hawks. And that'll be the last one we do until December 8th, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's
I think
It's
so.
the 8th.
Yeah, until December 3rd. And December 3rd.
Let me get there real quick.
Oh, I only got one game for December 3rd.
Okay.
Edmonton at Vegas. Anytime Edmonton and Vegas hook up, I think it's going to be something special this year. So Edmonton and Vegas on December 3rd.
Crazy things happen.
All right, so let's take a look here at the 10th, and we should be able to get the rest of the schedule in here by the end of the segment. You got Toronto, New Jersey, Colorado, Pittsburgh, San Jose, Carolina, Philly, Columbus, LA at New York, Calgary, Nashville, Boston, Winnipeg are your early games.
I got a late game.
I'll go Colorado, Pittsburgh. Haven't put the Penguins on the schedule yet. The late game is one I will do. Panthers and Kraken in Seattle. If they can have hockey in Seattle, then doggone it, they should have
basketball in Seattle. Thank you.
Oh, jeez.
And then
you'll find a way to bring it up no matter what.
Listen, Seattle got screwed out of the Supersonics.
We know.
And
it's a team called OKC.
That's true. And the last game of the year to be broadcasted, because the next games would be Christmas and New Year's.
And I think we're doing the
we got triple header.
Playoff.
We got triple header for New Year's Day. Another charity stream. Dealing with Tuesday, December 17th, your early games are Buffalo, Montreal,
Blackhawks.
Damn.
Caps Blackhawks at 8:30.
No hesitation.
No.
Capitals and Blackhawks.
All right, then your late games are Boston, Calgary,
Jets,
Ottawa, Seattle.
Sharks at 10:30.
And that's just
Snowman's gonna refuse to call. The only games that Snowman are gonna call up Boston games is the first game of the year.
That'll take care of the first half of not only today's show, but the first half of our hockey schedule. Next week we'll do the second half, and then we'll post everything not only on snowmanmultimedia.net, but also snowmaninthemorning.com to let y'all know what games we will be doing.
I got a few ideas for the website as well, just so you know.
Okay. All right, it's halftime. And when we come back, we'll take a look at the Major League Baseball playoffs.
Playoffs?
Y'all talking about playoffs?
I must find that rant now. I must find it.
I'll do some digging. Ladies and gentlemen, we've hit halftime.
Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Whether it's the men's college game,
The way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
the women's college game,
And how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
the WNBA,
AJ Wilson, Brianna Stewart 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young.
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out. on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life-holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete! 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 Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Two minutes after the hour, and oh, hell no.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, hell no.
Now what?
I'm going to be busy.
For?
I'm looking at the Major League Baseball playoff schedule.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll repeat my sentence. Oh, hell no.
And I got the picture already up.
Oh, hell no. Come on.
Where y'all want to start?
Which means, hold up. Let me look. Let me look. Okay. I can get one game in before my scheduled interview and then a night game, which means I'll have time to blow up my office and still clean the house, but I got to be back here in studio at 2:00.
Detroit, Houston.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
At 2:30.
Detroit, Houston.
And
the wild card race.
That means you're what? Going to also do Atlanta, San Diego at 8:30?
That's what I'm looking at. My concentration, of course, is going to be on the Astros.
Right.
Okay. My concentration is going to be on the Astros.
Which, by the way, means you're getting all three games at 2:30 this week.
Yeah. Yep. They're all in Houston. I only think we're going to need two of them.
More than likely.
I only think we're going to need two of them. Then we get a week off before the division series. Okay, today's games. There are
actually Snowman. To correct you'd only get about 3 days off because then you'd have to go to Cleveland.
Don't matter. We won the last two games of the year in Cleveland.
The DS starts on Saturday.
Oh, crap.
You gotta go to Cleveland.
We got to go to Cleveland and kick their.
Yep.
Yeah, and those games are on TBS.
Okay. Here are the four games that are scheduled for today. The one I will have
this week, more likely, and also they're all at the same time, pretty much. Give or take a half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Detroit, Houston at 2:30. Kansas City and Baltimore will go at 4:08.
Mm-hmm.
Mets, Milwaukee at 5:32.
Mm-hmm.
And those are television start times. And Atlanta Slam Diego at 8:38.
The world of Rey Mysterio.
So I will do the front end and the back end.
Okay.
Because I have a scheduled interview at 6:00. I still get some time to get some stuff done around here, which means pushing the plunger on this office.
Mm-hmm.
And then going from there. Good Lord, I'm going to be busy.
This is a really good wild card race. This is a really good wild card.
Now,
and it's a good time for me to get all of my chops in shape.
You got KC in Baltimore. You have the Mets in Milwaukee. Of course, you got the co-main event, Detroit, Houston, and Atlanta and San Diego.
Now the good thing is I'm kind of looking ahead here to things. You'd have the ALDS Saturday, Monday, which means Tuesday you'd be free for the hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Because then the next game would be Wednesday, Game 3.
ALDS goes Saturday, Monday.
ALDS goes Saturday, Monday for whoever ends up going to Cleveland.
Hell no. What time? Or did they release the time?
They haven't released the time yet, but I would assume you'd be looking, because they're looking to do a doubleheader for the AL on TBS, so you'd be looking at probably, give or take, 4:05.
Why?
Because it's TV.
Hell no.
It's TV being
Hell
TV.
no. And you wonder why I opened the segment by saying the following.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
And
I'm sorry. Dr. K, honey, I'm sorry, but I'm looking at my schedule and how many donation streams I'm lining up here, and
it's a mess.
You know, Victor used to be in charge of my scheduling when we were at Chicago State.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember so many times I'd be in the production studio and Victor come in would just tap me on the shoulder and I'd look at him and he'd have this look on his face.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Victor, what's wrong? We got to talk. And he would yank me into his office and he said, I can't make sense of this.
It's a mess.
Well, the only way I can make sense of it is it's TV being TV. Because Fox has the NL side of things, and they decided to go with the day-night, which means TBS would be getting the middle two games.
Mm-hmm.
Droids being evil.
It's a mess.
Oh. Droids being evil. Oh! Whoa, it fell!
Just like their chances this year.
That's bad.
Just like your chances this year. At least I have one of these.
To be the champs, you must unseat the champs.
Woo!
Woo!
I mean, technically, if I wanted to, I could hang it up like a banner. I have this thing that you usually use for clothes, but since I got my setup in here, I can't do that.
There's being a smartass about things, and then there's being a prick.
There's being a smartass about things, and then there's us. We're professionals.
We just don't act like it. T-shirt coming soon.
Yes. Now, while Droid was away fixing his setup,
we have got
I took a look at the schedule. I took a look at the schedule and went, "Oh hell no!"
It's a mess.
And again, it's all because of Fox wanting the NLDS on their stations.
Fox is
that
so
they decided
greedy.
to take the day-night, which left TBS with the mid-afternoon and early evening game.
Fox is so doggone greedy, I swear.
Well, and here's the thing: it's not like these games. It's not like Fox is going to have these games on Fox itself.
No,
one or both of these games. One or both are going to end up on FS1 at some point.
I can guarantee that they've been doing that since 2014.
Yeah,
they've been doing that since 2014.
I got it.
And I mean, again, this also says something for ESPN because they put Detroit Houston on ABC of all things.
I have not seen a playoff game in mid-afternoon on ABC in forever. Since 1988.
Wasn't Al Michaels on the call of that?
Yes. Yes, because NBC and ABC used to alternate division series coverage. Right. And Droid's taking a selfie right now.
Just to rub it in.
Of course.
Oh, Lord.
I will smack it.
Don't.
Oh, the things we put up with.
The things we do. Oh, no.
Boy, I am telling you now.
Oh, no.
Boy.
Oh, no. You. Droid is a fool.
Shut your mouth.
Oh my god.
You want me to shut my mouth? You want me to shut my mouth?
Beat us in the
playoffs.
I knew that's where he was going too.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens on a season 11 premiere.
You took the exact words out of my head.
When you specifically are a Bruins fan. And you know I'm right. You know I'm right.
I got no argument.
I don't either.
I have no argument.
But
Hell,
And there goes my pen.
Hey, listen, the Blackhawks beat the Bruins in 6 games.
we did it in 6 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
But
Game 7.
Shut up. Shut up. I am not going to push that button.
Yes, you are.
That says
Game 7.
Like,
he was lying.
I lied.
We all knew.
Like I said, yes, you are.
But actually,
I
Brian, I
lied.
still need to send you that radio call, don't I?
Yes.
Let me do it.
This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation.
This ain't no beating a damn dead horse. This is beating a damn dead dog.
Think about how crazy the NBA schedule is going to be. We're just doing
You know what?
right now.
All of our hearts, let's be serious for a moment. All of our hearts and prayers are with the family of the now late Dikembe Mutombo.
The man with the finger wag.
Mm-hmm.
No, not to my house. Man, when you talk about someone who controlled
the paint.
Yes.
Dikembe did that.
The last great center.
Yes. The last true center.
7'2", had a hook shot. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
dug on there, cried when you said that Dikembe was gone. I was like, no.
I did cry. Because I remember following him at Georgetown.
Mm-hmm.
Sent.
And to highlight his career from 91 to 96, played for Denver, 96 to 01 with Atlanta, 01 to 02 with the Sixers, 02, 03 with the Nets, 03, 04 with the Knicks. Then he rounded his career up with the Houston Rockets. 8-time NBA All-Star, 1-time All-NBA second team, 2-time All-NBA third team, 4-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year, 95, 97, 98, and 01. 3-time All-NBA Defensive First Team, 3-time All-Defensive Second, NBA All-Rookie First Team in 92, 2-time NBA Rebound Leader in 00 and 01, 3-time NBA Block Leader 94 to 96 consecutive. Number 55, retired by the Hawks and Nuggets, 3rd Team All-American for the AP in 1991, 1st Team All-Big East 1991, 2nd Team All-Big East 1990, and 2-time Big East Defensive Player of the Year 1990 and 1991. 11,729 points, 12,359 rebounds, and 3,289 blocks. Averaging nearly 3 blocks a game and nearly a double-double every game he played.
Dikembe Mutombo. 4-time Defensive Player of the Year.
Man.
Here's where I fire my shot. Hey, Bron, how many Defensive Player of the Year awards do you have?
Let's not speak that name right now. In this sacred moment, we do not drop that name.
Everything is sacred when it comes to Dikembe Mutombo, but not just on the floor.
What he did away from it. Yeah.
I was gonna say, instead of talking about him, take all those stats, Mr. Joel Embiid, because that's who you're supposed to be the next version of, right?
I love it.
And let's not forget, inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Famer. Yep.
In 2015.
Rest in peace.
And
rest
power.
in
And
paradise.
all the prayers. And all
Rest
the
in
and all
peace,
the prayers.
power, and
to his
paradise.
family.
Yes, indeed.
Dikembe Mutombo. Man, oh man.
It's instead of the I'm gonna throw up, it's I'm gonna cry.
Right.
I'm doing this in his honor. He even made it a State Farm ad, that finger wag, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yep. No, not today.
He turned it into an ad.
Yep.
That had me cracking up.
On the floor.
Yes. Because he was such a character. Him, Shaquille O'Neal. Put that down. Not now, Droid. Not now. Him, Shaquille O'Neal, Abdul-Jabbar, the last great centers.
Yeah.
Centers, folks. Because the center position
also comes to mind.
The center position has become obsolete, and that's so unfortunate.
Yeah.
The people who you'd think would be centers are like power forwards now. It makes no.
Yeah, Joel Embiid.
Yeah, Carl Anthony Towns.
Carl Anthony Towns to New York is a
who's now as a
joke.
And I'll even shoot myself in the foot here. Yeah, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You know, I was hoping, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I was hoping that Giannis would become a great center.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference between Giannis and the other names mentioned is that Giannis has a title.
Yep.
Giannis has a championship, but this is all about Dikembe Mutombo.
Yes, it is.
And
this is all about Mount Mutombo.
Here's the thing. I just saw this kind of pop up.
You know what?
With the 3,289 blocks, he finished second in his career in blocking, only behind another big name center, Hakeem the
Olajuwon.
But
I love seeing that feud between Mutombo
Shane,
and Olajuwon. Yes.
Yeah.
I know Shane sent me that whole playlist, but I want specifically Mutombo games.
I'll see what I can dig up.
I make the same request.
I'll see what I can dig up through the day, boys.
And you can send it to me on Discord.
I got you. I'll see what I can dig up. And the biggest thing with Dikembe's career, he was also the first ever NBA global ambassador.
Yes. Yes. Oh gosh. Two great giants, both gone.
Yeah.
In the same day.
The same day.
Here's something
This
funny.
month has
Here's
sucked.
something funny. As we were talking about LeBron a second ago, he actually posted his fondest memory of Dikembe being when Dikembe fractured his face in Cleveland.
Wow. Never thought I'd see that.
Yep. That's his memory of Dikembe. He went to the hole and he caught one of Dikembe's elbows back when he was in back when he was turning 22. Mutombo was known to play that hard. I mean, the list of players that went down due to Dikembe playing hard-nosed reads as a who's who.
Yes.
Because Dikembe was just playing that hard, like you said.
No malice involved. Just
no malice at all. No malice at all. Dikembe learned the sport and then mastered it.
Yep.
And he mastered what he was supposed to do, which was be a defensive dynamo.
Yep.
4-time defensive player of the year. Think about that. 4 times the NBA elected him as the best defensive player in the league.
Yep.
Now, yes.
In
fact, I think it is. You'll have to fact check me on this, but I think it is he and Ben Wallace who are the only 4-time winners.
Wow.
I believe that to be true. The only other competition I would bring in would be Dwight Howard, because I know Dwight Howard has at least 3.
Right.
No. Okay, fact check me on that, Shane.
Yeah, Ben Wallace 4 times, 02, 03, 05, and 06. ties him with Dikembe Mutombo and Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert.
Since when the hell did Rudy Gobert become a defensive dynamo?
Well, because there's no other player in the league that can play defense.
And there's no other center either.
But I do want to say, like, despite, Rudy Gobert being the only defensive player, he kind of is he's pretty good. He's pretty good, I'll say.
Yeah. By the way,
and like, you look over at Minnesota, and I just realized they're actually scary. You got arguably the best defensive player. You got Anthony Edwards, who's constantly trying to improve, besides other players in the league, LeBron to name one.
Mm-hmm.
You got Dante DiVincenzo coming off, I believe, the bench.
Yeah.
Which is a solid bench. And then I believe it's Julius Randle?
Yes.
Jalen Brunson.
Julius Randle.
You got Julius Randle, the man that learned from Kobe Bryant how to play real basketball.
Yes.
And we mean that real basketball.
Yeah. By the way,
we don't mean this. We don't mean this. You get touched, you're foul. You get a foul. No, we mean
by the way,
you want to get into the paint. You got to go through Julius Randle.
You got to pay for it.
By the way, some of the players that are on the Mount Mutombo pain list include Tracy McGrady, the aforementioned LeBron, Yao Ming, Chauncey Billups, Ray Allen. Here's another center that we forgot about, Patrick Ewing.
Ewing.
Charles Oakley.
The Oak Tree.
Of course, on this list also includes the Worm, Dennis Rodman.
Yep.
And somebody who we all know way too well that also wore 23.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan has been put on the Mount Mutombo Hall of Pain.
Oh, yeah. And
he said so.
Yeah.
He said so. Oh, man.
You're the first to tell you, oh, yeah, I've been put on that Hall of Pain list. The Hall of Pain.
The Hall of Pain.
I just realized Sick Diggy has been roasting me in chat this entire time. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
What's going on now?
Talk about a dysfunctional bro.
Whatever.
Sick Diggy's roasting Droid as we speak. Oh, he's gotten me too. All right, take a break. When you all get back, it'll be the bottom of the hour, and the lovely Allison Moran will join us to talk all things WNBA, PWHL, and the NWSL playoffs.
Honestly.
Playoffs? Talking about playoffs?
I'm proud for once I can say this, besides the Chiefs, I'm proud to be a Kansas City Currents fan. I am so happy to be a Currents fan because those women have been outstanding this season. We were even number one in the league at some point.
Oh, the women's soccer game. I just wish there was a way I could create it that'll bring it indoors. I don't know if we'll ever see it, but there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way we can do it. All right,
Allison Moran helps break it down.
One thing for Shane, just
Shut your cake hole, boy. Shut the cake hole, boy.
We'll
Allison Moran helps break things down at the bottom of the hour. We're back in the dudes.
This is Snowman in the morning.
Whether it's the men's college game,
the way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
The women's college game,
And how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
The WNBA,
AJ Wilson on Twitter 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young,
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out. on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
It's my lovely Dr. K bringing us back from break. And in case y'all missed it on Sunday, Droid and Victor made an apology to my Dr. K about
Lord.
the I gotta say this about picking the Steelers against the Colts, and they asked me to play it for her, which I did, and they also asked for a reaction. Well, to answer you guys' question, she has not stopped laughing.
Nice.
Especially when Droid quietly said the Indianapolis Colts. And she and you know what she said? She said to Droid, he's heard that a time or two somewhere.
I wonder where.
Exactly.
I wonder where.
Yeah. And she said and matter of fact, she said that this morning. She says, he said it. He said the Indianapolis Colts. He's heard that a time or two somewhere.
Yep.
I wonder where.
32 after the hour. Now we're gonna really have some fun. Allison Moran has joined us.
Good morning. How's everybody today?
We're doing great. How are you?
Good. Wow. This is the most people I've ever seen in your studio, Brian. It's like conducting an orchestra. It's like conducting an orchestra, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Where do you want to start?
Where do I want to start? Wow. I get the ball today, huh? Wow.
Yep.
This man is giving up command. How dangerous a move that can be. Let's start with the WNBA playoffs first. We got some battles going on here in the semifinal round. You've got the New York Liberty versus the Las Vegas Aces. Let's start there because New York Liberty takes all prisoners and they're all named the Las Vegas Aces, specifically in an 87-77 victory on Sunday by the Liberty. You had one Asia Wilson, the most valuable player of the WNBA, surrounded. There was more double teaming, triple teaming. I mean, they shut this woman down by a long shot. Listen, I've never seen so many players surrounding Asia Wilson in the entire WNBA season. But even with that, they limited her to only 21 points. Now, for anybody else, 21 points is a damn fine game if you think about it. But let's look at it again. There is only one Asia Wilson in the WNBA, and to get her down at 21 points is quite a feat. She was usually 28 points per season. Did you guys get to watch the game on Sunday?
I watched a piece of it. I watched a piece of it. Trying to keep the echo down a little bit. I watched a piece of it, but there was football on in my house also. So I had this monitor watching the 49ers and the Patriots, and I had this monitor split with my camera, the WNBA playoffs, and other late games that we were all taking a look at.
Got it. Yeah. It was like that in our house as well. And we had lots of games going on all day, but we did have the WNBA playoffs on, and and I will tell you that there's two things going in this best of 5 series that really does favor New York this year. This is a rematch of the WNBA finals of 2023, and unlike last year in this best of 5 series, the Las Vegas Aces are not at home. They're in New York. they're going to be in New York for tonight's game, and it's not so they don't have the 6-man advantage. That said, they have Kelsey Plum and they have Asia Wilson now looking for blood, and they're not going to go quietly. After all, let's put it this way. Here's a stat that you might want to know. Throughout WNBA history, teams that go 1-0 in the best of 5 series have won 77% of the time. And so you've got that going for the New York Liberty. The second thing is that they need they have a certain amount of revenge that the Liberty is working to address. I would say that Becky Hammon, coach of the Las Vegas Aces, have a true and fulfilled mission ahead of them, and that is that they are going to have to find a way to shut down Sabrina Ionescu, as well as Brianna Stewart, because those two are out for their title this year, without a doubt. They are in they're in a good shape for that. Second of all, you've got to have more production on defense for the Aces. They were pathetic, frankly, on Sunday. So you've got those two things going for you. Did you have anything to add to that, any of you guys?
Not really.
Actually, as a dog put here in our private chat, 34 for Brianna Stewart in game 1. Ionescu had 21, and once those two are working together, and once they are clicking, because that was missing last year in their finals matchup. Once they start clicking, they are hard to stop. Game 2 coming up soon. And speaking of great games, you have the Sun and the Lynx in a 3-point difference in game 1. Connecticut was a defensive team all year long. Now what?
Oh my God. Well, let's put it this way. The biggest difference in this game was Marina Mabrey, who the sky will forever be. I mean, any move stupider than trading her away to the Connecticut Sun. I'm floored. Okay. I am so flummoxed. Even, 3 months later, two months later that they traded her away. She had 6 3-pointers. She had 6 of the 9 that were shot. That was really the difference in the game, because both teams shot in between the Sun and the Lynx only 41% from the field. So you've got a much more even matchup, I would say, between the Sun and the Lynx. What they did, what the Sun did really was to limit Nafisa Collier, who had been averaging 40 points in round 1. She was limited to 19 points and 9 rebounds, which would be a season average for some WNBA players, but for Nafisa Collier, the defensive player of the year, that was a pretty lousy game, and she expressed as much, afterwards, that it was very difficult. Now, the Sun also got a lot stronger on contested shots in the second half. That was the other very big deal that they had going for them. And also, they got Alyssa Thomas and Duana Bonner on in the last few minutes of the final quarter. They scored 9 of the final 11 points. So it was really a matter of who could overpower one another, because that lead changed, about 6 or 7 times in the final 5 minutes. I mean, it was incredible. And what do the Lynx have to do to stay in? And as well as justify Cheryl Reeves, Coach of the Year, her 4th. They got to make better shots. They just got to make better shots. Let's just say this, that Collier had averaged 20.6 points per game and 49% field goal shooting. She's got to get back to that. It is impossible for the Lynx to play the way they have been and hope to win yet another championship for them. But it's going to be a dogfight. And I think we know all of that. There will be a dogfight as they take on as they take on tonight what they need to do. I think that all these series ought to go 1-1 going into this best of 5 series. So I'm pretty sure that you're going to see one hell of a matchup.
I can't wait for it. Teresa Witherspoon fired as the Chicago Sky coach. Your thoughts on that?
Stupid. Stupid. Yeah, the reason. Yeah, 1 year to turn around a pathetic franchise, giving away Marina Mabry. Really, I think the changes needed to be above Witherspoon's pay grade, first of all. Second of all, Angel Reese said it best during in a heartfelt tweet, saying what an incredible coach she was, that she was there. Spoon was there for Angel Reese during the final, during the entire season, nurturing her. She would call her at 3:00 in the morning, and Coach Spoon would be there for her. Now, you want to take away the star coach? The Stars coach is the reason. It would have been like taking away Phil Jackson if Michael Jordan ever needed a cry at 3:00 in the morning. He'd never admit it publicly, but for God's sakes, you don't take away the Stars' number one confidant shoulder to cry on. You don't do that. I think the biggest issues that Spoon faced was in perhaps, I think that she was a first-time coach. And even my boyfriend Greg said, you give them 2 years to build. You give them 2 years. You don't take them away after 1 year.
Right.
And so the Sky's management has got to change. I know Mike Alter, their owner, has been pretty consistent over the years, but they have had probably more coaches than most over the last 15 years of their franchise. Say that again.
Including the championship coach.
Exactly. I mean, James Wade. He had just a mediocre season the year after the 2021 championship, and that's the reason why he was gone. They were by comparison not as good. He had the opportunity to go to the NBA. That was lucky for him, but they have had a problem now. Despite what I said, that it was a mistake to get rid of her, there was an effort on social media to bring Spoon back. The Sky will never do that, those arrogant guys. They will not do that. And my guess is what they're going to go for the next time, if they're smart, is a much more seasoned coach, a much more able coach to deal with those particular issues that, say, Angel Reese will face as a second-year franchisee. The question too is what's going to happen with Kennedy Carter. I don't have a suggestion as to anything but keep the bitch. Keep her. If she does not.
Wow.
Yes. Keep Kennedy Carter. Keep the Barbie and Ken show moving. Who's been more electrifying to this season? Who's been greater to this season than that? I have flummoxed Brian and the rest of our team this
I have been blown away.
Keep her, but keep Kennedy Carter. She and Angel Reese are the heart and soul of this franchise. Brings up an interesting point, though. What's going to happen with the December dispersal draft? You know, the Golden State Valkyries are going to be playing next year in 2025, bringing the WNBA total to a lucky 13 teams. Now, that means that each franchise is not going to is only going to be able to protect 6 players, and the rest are up for grabs. The Golden State Valkyries will be able to poach, and I use the word poach, 1 player from each of the current 12 teams. And so what's going to happen is that the Sky and every other team are going to have to protect their 6 most valued players, which usually means their starting lineups. Which is going to be difficult when you talk about the impact of bench players, particularly as you run down the playoffs. What's going to happen, I think, particularly with the Sky, is you can pick off players like Dana Evans. You can pick off players like Diamond DeShields, who came back and did her time with the Sky, but I think she needs a change of pace. I don't know who is going to make this decision for the Chicago Sky at present time. Nobody was announced as a successor. I don't see any of the present coaches being strong enough to make a good decision as to, elevating one of their inside people. I don't see that happening with the Sky, but I can see, let's say somebody coming in from the outside, maybe from the college ranks. Damn, I'd like to see them get Doug Bruno in there. I don't know. I know it's never going to happen, but he has coached in the previous leagues before. He has done well in the pro ranks. So, and what's more, he has a built-in Chicago following. But just for the fun of it, it's nice to dream that way, even though it will never happen in 1,500,000 years. Brian, who do you think?
You just said the name I'm looking at, and Doug Bruno. Instant Chicago connection. I love Doug Bruno. One of my best buddies.
He's fabulous. He would be such a perfect fit for this team. But that said, DePaul will let him coach until he goes to the great beyond.
Yep.
Because he's kind of like what Coach K was to Duke. You know, he's a coach for life. He's pushing on 70 years old, I believe. And, you know, but you need to get somebody with that kind of caliber in order to make it work. Some names that have been bandied about have been the guy who was just fired from the LA Sparks, Kurt Miller, I believe, wasn't it? And I believe that he might bring. He's got a pedigree behind him. Why not him? We'll see. We'll see if the Sky can get smart about a hire for once in their sorry lives. I can't tell you what a frustration it's been for me. Lo, these many years of them trying to put together a championship franchise. They will be in the draft this year. So, Lord God willing, we get the number 1 draft pick. We get a coach who absolutely knows what they're doing. You know, we'll see. Maybe here's a crazy thought again, but maybe Becky Hammon is really tired of the Las Vegas Aces. If they bow out in this round, I mean, it's likely never going to happen. It's about as much chance as we have of getting Doug Bruno. That said, there would be an instant turnaround because that woman takes no prisoners. She's very tough on her players, and she would be a wonderful fit, I think, for somebody like Angel Reese. But that too will never happen. But it is a good pie in the sky. You're going to see how serious the franchise is about really building on these 2 great superstars that somehow managed to get through this season with fabulous records, a rookie of the year contender in Angel Reese. I mean, it was only that wrist injury that probably stopped her momentum for being a contested and perhaps, co-rookies of the year with Caitlin Clark. So we'll see.
We will see. One more point, and that's to the NWSL before we get on out of here. Red Stars are still in contention despite their latest loss, and I know this is big for you. Allie. I've been keeping an eye on them as well. What's their situation?
Well, their situation right now is that they're still holding on to that last spot, although the contention will be that if they have one more loss, they're out of it. So what they need to do, something similar to what the Chicago Sky had to do, was win their last couple of games. They are in right now a very precarious position, and they just have to make sure their coach Lauren Donaldson will be needing very much to make sure that they are prepared for their last games. Their next game it will take place out of town. They've got to make sure that they are actually going to buckle down and get the job done. That's what I need to say about that.
Well, we will see.
Yes.
Her name is Allison Moran, and she joins us every Tuesday morning for The Token Female. You can see the clips all on the Snowman Multimedia YouTube page, as well as snowmanmultimedia.net. Thank you, my dear. We love you, and we'll see you next week.
We love you too. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, everybody. Thank you for listening to my rants.
She is such a delight to have on the air. What you got for me, Shano?
Well, this Shano. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is the Coca-Cola NASCAR iRacing Series Championship at Homestead, Miami, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. You could watch my favorite driver, Graham Bolin, fight to win his first championship in the iRacing Series, and we will talk more about that on Wednesday.
The thing about it, Snowman, is the championship winner gets $100,000.
I'd like $100,000 for driving.
I know, right?
I'd like $100,000 for driving.
How do you think this dude feels being a sim racer for over 19 years?
I know.
I'm just saying.
Have a good night. Have a good day, everybody.
Oh boy. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. So long, everybody.
And welcome to season 11.
See you tomorrow.